What's cracking, figure freaks? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well and happy Halloween. Be safe out there if you're trick-or-treating or partying or whatever the fuck you're doing. So just watch your back. This is Gingervita75, your blue-collar collector, coming at you with another action figure review. Today we are doing the Marvel Legends Gladiator and Deathbird 2-pack. Pretty excited about this. Third offering for Gladiator. I believe it is the first offering of Deathbird. We got a little write-up on the back middle of the box. Gladiator heads the legions of Imperial Guard in steadfast service to the Magistrix, a title sought by Deathbird, who frequently plots to overthrow her sister, Lilandra Niramani, as ruler of the spacefaring Shi'ar Empire. So yeah, first offering I think was with like a big old, like, I can't remember what the big pack was. It was like, was it Annihilation? I can't remember. And the second was some X-Men wave with a Build-A-Figure. I can't quite remember. We got some more different artwork, so it's pretty nice. We got different artwork, I believe, on every side of the box. It's different, so that's pretty cool. They usually don't do that. Sometimes they will do the exact same shit. Top to bottom. Got that barcode. We got the X up top. Quick look at the figures here. It looks like we aren't getting that much, you know. It doesn't look like we get any accessories for Deathbird, so what the fuck is up with that? And then over here, it's kind of minimalistic here. We got the alt head, which I like. This is pretty cool. Got the Cyclops effect on there, but it looks like almost like it's like way more intense. Holy shit. Then we got the swappable hands, fists, and then we got kind of the slappy, whatever, flying, balancing hands. I'm not sure. But newer buck. Now, yeah, pretty excited for Gladiator. I think he's a great character. Even though, I mean, he is kind of a Superman ripoff. But let's, speaking of ripping off, let's rip open this box. All right, out of the box, and we did get this backer board here. You know, it's the same old thing, the kind of comic book panel style stuff getting tossed. As for accessories, I added the little bottle of Coke because just to show, so Gladiator comes with the 2 alternate fists, which I think I'm gonna probably put on there for display. He just seems like a guy that like wants to go out and punch shit, right? And then he's got this kind of grabby hand. He's reaching. And then, oh, we got a trick-or-treater. And then we got the kind of clasping hand with the Coca-Cola there. We also got an alt head, which kind of has that Cyclops like I-beam effect. You know, he's like raging out, but it's like, this is pretty intense, you know. It's like shooting out the side and it's kind of smoking. Pretty cool effects there. I do like how they painted the mohawk, pointed ears. Pretty badass guy, man. Wow, look at that shit. This looks like some 3D printed stuff right there. Interesting. So pretty nice alt head. And then you get this head. Just kind of standard, you know, kind of not looking too happy. Good job on the mohawk, consistent. Wow. I think, well, yeah, last Gladiator we got, he kind of had the whited out eyes, you know, like the power eyes or whatever. So you didn't really see any pupils or anything like that, like you are here. Nice looking figure. Good paint. Articulation looks great. We do got those butterflies. Then moving over to Deathbird, where we get nothing. We got nothing. She has no accessories whatsoever. She does look good though. I do like this headdress and her hair styled in the appropriate, I guess, Shi'ar way. Fucked up looking grin there, but nice face scan. I do like the wiring here. Kind of what goes out of her back. Oh wow, look at that. She's getting the hookups, I guess. Wow, so you got a whole bunch of wires feeding out of her back. Looks like 8, or yeah, 4 of which are wrapping around her body, and the other ones are going down and attaching to her forearms. I do like this cape. The texture here is nice. It's kind of shiny, looking like some like fish scale, or almost like that armor that Captain America has on his suit. You know, a little reminiscent of like Aquaman, but still pretty neat. Let's go through the articulation. The paint looks good on her too. I do like this. I mean, it's just pretty solid purple, different shades of purple. You know, you got the kind of glossy armor down on the leggings here, and then you got the pants, which is just kind of matte purple, maybe kind of maroon. And up here you got some texture. This is the new buck, so you do have the diaphragm swivel, but we don't have any kind of stomach crunch or anything going down here. So most of the upper body movement is going to be here. Shoulders go up about like that. It's going to be challenging to turn all the way around because we do have these wires attached, and then also the cape. So I'm not sure if this cape comes off. I kind of don't think it does, because it looks like it might be bolted, glued down, whatever, by this thing. Now the cat and the dog are going crazy. What do you guys want, huh? Hey, you get out of there. The dog's chasing the cat around. So yeah, pretty nice looking figure though. I wish like she came with like a scepter or a weapon, a gun, maybe a sword, like all of the above. Like, why not just throw her a sword and a little gun, laser gun or something, you know, and maybe some extra hands to clasp onto these weapons. I don't know. Would have been nice, I think. Could have definitely improved. Keeping it going with the, I gotta watch these two. Hey! All right, I gotta take a break. I'm sorry, guys. All right, sorry about that. The dog's getting all excited because trick-or-treaters are coming, and yeah. So we got the hips going about like that. We got the thigh cut, double jointed knees, pinless, of course, and then we got the tilt and the pivot on the ankle rocker. Same thing with the arms. We got a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, but it's kind of hard pressed to get it to kind of extend or like go the full amount because you got these wires kind of holding them back. Pretty interesting though. And then on the hands, is there a pivot? Yes, there is. Let's see that shit right there. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. So you got that pivot and the twist. It's not affected by the wires, but like if you want to raise the arm up like this, Yeah. So she doesn't want to raise them up. So nice looking figure. I'm wondering about these legs though, because she keeps wanting to fall back, and this cape kind of comes down, and it kind of helps balance things out, but it's just, you gotta lean her forward just a little bit, like so, and it's kind of a balancing act in a way, at least for mine. That's a little better. You just gotta bring the head up like so. So looking good, just lacking accessories. Both of these figures look very good, and I would have liked something like, you know, we always ask the question, how to improve these figures, and I think with this guy, like, what if he came with a new kind of sculpt where like something plugs into his eyes, maybe pull these out, and then you get like an actual like double laser shot, kind of like a Cyclops effect. That wouldn't be too bad. I dig that. Otherwise, I don't know. Gladiator seems good. Yeah, more weapons for her, definitely. But the paint, the articulation, the engineering is fine. I think this is pretty neat. It reminds me of one of my favorite figures ever, and you guys might laugh at this, but I'll bust them out during comparisons. Like, it's this figure that I'm talking about is all about the tubing, and I really enjoyed it because it's like, I don't know, it's something new and different. So what to do next? I guess I'll wait on the rankings. Let's just jump right into comparisons. Here we have the previous Gladiator offering from Marvel Legends. Much thicker body. I think they called this the Hyperion buck. All double pinned, both knees and elbows. Yeah, I think it's basically the only thing that they reused is the cape. They did for painting on a belt, they did a pretty good job on the new one. It's a little bit lighter and brighter on the new one as well. The red is much brighter, where on the older one it's darker. Yeah, I think it's the same exact cape, but it's just better paint. It's brighter. That's kind of what they're doing. I think it seems like to me that all the figures are just coming out brighter. The yellows are much brighter. So yeah, that's part of the plan, I think. So big upgrade, I would say here. I would have liked it if it was a diaphragm swivel, so it was more like the new Hyperion that we got like maybe a year or two ago from that Squadron Supreme 2-pack. Yeah, I would have liked that a little bit more. It kind of gives you a little more range up there, so I would have liked that. But this is still an upgrade. You know, you can see this guy's very stiff looking. The arms and the hands kind of fit weird. You know, if you kind of pivot it up like this, like he's getting ready to punch somebody, it looks a little off, you know. So I welcome the upgrade. It just seems a little more like, I don't know, is it flush? Is that the word? Where, you know, the wrist kind of goes right into the hand, and there's not really much of a gap there, and it just looks fluid, you know. So it looks a little bit better. I'm gonna bring in here a couple more Shi'ar guys. We got Fang, who I think is the first non-Gladiator guy that we got for the Imperial Guard. But when I watched X-Men 97, they did that episode, the Life Death episode, where it had Storm and Forge, but the other story was Xavier up in space and the Shi'ar Empire realm, whatever, and they're fighting the Kree. They had Vulcan, one of the Summers boys, part of the Imperial Guard. So the third Summers brother here, kind of wearing very similar colors to Gladiator. You know, we got the dark blue and the red. Looking pretty sweet. So I hope we get some other guys. Like, I mean, Titan, I think is kind of a big ass because he's a tall motherfucker. I don't think they're gonna make a Titan with like the HasLab Giant Man body. I don't think that's happening. You know, if we can get something like similar to the size of like that new Juggernaut, just taller and skinnier, you know, Dragon Man, something like that. That would be kind of nice. Otherwise, I can't name them off. I know they're kind of named after or designed after the Legion of Superheroes, you know, like Titan is Colossal Boy, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. We got Warlord Charles Xavier using his psychic powers. We're taking Vulcan out, but we're bringing in Corsair. Another guy, red and, well, black, I guess, but similar to Gladiator. And then we gotta get Chode in here, I think it's Chode, Code, whatever. The Build-A-Figure. Basically the same mold as the Abomination Build-A-Figure, except for maybe the head. So we got some Star Jammers, hoping that we can finish off that wave with, who was it? Raza and Hepzibah, the cat lady. That would be pretty wicked. All right, we're just doing it this way. We're just plucking instead of pausing. No pause, just pluck. We got to bring in a female rep here, so we're gonna do Power Princess Zarda, Squadron Supreme, and I was talking about Mr. Hyperion here, and wow, I mean, Hyperion's pretty big dude, got some big fucking arms, but this Gladiator is bigger, I would say. Yeah, he is, definitely. He's got bigger feet, too. Same exact feet. I think the thighs and the legs are pretty much the same thing, but here is the Hyperion with that torso swivel. I do like that. He has the pinned elbows, but at least they match. The colors of the pins match the skin tone of the arms. Love this head sculpt. It totally reminds me and reminiscent of some Ed McGuinness. He's got that mask. It would have been cool if we got an alt head with this guy. He's flexing. He just wants to flex. I just don't want him to get too tight. Look at those shoulders, though. My God. He doesn't want to budge. Oh man, I'm gonna have to get some hot water on him, but yeah, another Superman clone or wannabe. So, and we're gonna get more into that for sure here. So, I feel like Deathbird's kind of getting a back seat. She is a nice figure. I'd probably give her about a 6.5. It's a nice figure. It's just not that great, and the accessories are lacking. It kind of pisses me off. Like, come on, staff, spear, gun, sword, like anything. Maybe a little like holster or sheath for her gun. I don't know. It just would have been nice to get a little bit more for Deathbird. But she does look great, and this cape is pretty cool. Like that stuff, and the wiring too is kind of a nice touch. I like how they pulled that off. Zarda would beat her ass though. I don't know what would happen with these two guys if they threw down. I feel like they're both pretty equal, but if this guy is feeling good about himself, he's kind of unstoppable. So they both shoot lasers out of their eyes, flight, super speed, super strength. So I'm not really sure what would happen. I think I would put my money on Gladiator. For those of you that don't know his name, Gladiator's name is Clark, which is like it's a little mashup of Superman's name. So he is, you know, Kal-El and Clark. So Clark. So super just obvious Superman rip off there, but that's kind of why I like him, you know. And I do like how his powers just depend on his confidence. You know, if he's not having a bad day and feels like shit and he's like, oh, I ate too much last night, I'm fat, you know, he's not winning any fights, you know. But if he wakes up, has a nice little workout, he's feeling good, he's gonna stomp something, he's gonna stomp a mud hole, you know. I do like this figure, so, and it is a character that I do like, so, you know, it's gonna be easy to sell off the old one, that's for sure, because I'm always looking for upgrades, especially for characters that I think are awesome, and Gladiator's up there. I'd like Hyperion too. Like, I'm a Superman guy, so I don't get like all pissy about, oh, it's a Superman ripoff, you know, that's okay. Got another guy that kind of zooms around outer space, and that's Drax. It's the kind of older style Drax where he's like, he can fly and he's got super strength, and they kind of made him into like almost like a barbarian gladiator style guy. Powered him down, gave him some weapons, but here he is powered up to the max, like him. And he kind of reminds me of Martian Manhunter, which... well, we're gonna see what happens. We got Sentry, another Superman clone, much smaller than these other two guys. He's got the skinnier legs. He is pinned both elbows and knees, so you know, it would have been nice if he was pinless, you know, and he came out during a time where that shit was just starting to happen, and I think they could have used him and gave him the pinless. I feel like these legs are super wonky. You know? I gotta get up there and help the lady answer doors and give candy to these little fucks. Alright, so let's bring in the man, Superman here. We got the DC Universe Classics. Superpowers Superman. I got a few Supermen, but this is kind of my main guy here. Looking good. Looking pretty small by comparison, but I'm gonna say this: Superman would fucking spank that ass of any of these guys. That's my thoughts. But everyone's like, oh, what about One Punch Man and Goku? Fuck them. All right, Superman's real. All right. Here we got Captain Marvel. So I want to set all these guys up like making them look neat. You know, I mean, Hyperion and Power Princess, they're all kind of clones from Justice League members. Obviously, Zarda is very reminiscent of Wonder Woman. You got Blur, who's the Flash. You got what's his name? Fucking Dr. Spectrum, isn't it? I think it's Dr. Spectrum. Superman. We got Captain Marvel, or this version, I guess we'd call him Shazam. And then we got the Martian Manhunter, who I like comparing to Drax. They seem so similar to me. Big green guys. They're kind of bigger than the rest. Like Manhunter, John Jones is bigger than Superman, taller, whatever. Got some DC guys in there. So yeah, I would say, yeah, I'm gonna give Deathbird a 6 point. Do I want to go a 6 or a 6.5? I'm gonna go a 6.5. She just looks too good. Accessories are shit, or there aren't any accessories at all. And you know, the wiring is cool, the cape is cool, but is that all we get? Is that all we get? No hands, no weaponry. It just seems lazy. So I'm gonna go 6. All right. With Gladiator. Oh my goodness, come on now, you fucking pussy. Stand up. Got a balancer. I'll go 7 for Gladiator. So pretty strong figure. Having some issues here with the cape though. The peg does not really want to stay in. It seems so loosey-goosey. I wish they would have made this like a little tighter, a little more like form-fitting, you know, but they just reused the same old cape, and the old cape is a piece of shit. So I do like the colors of the cape. It actually reminds me of Red Tornado. So I should have busted him out to show off like almost to the exact, you know what? I'm gonna do it. You guys just hold tight. I'm grabbing Red Tornado, and then we'll finish this puppy up. Yeah, Red. All right, I lied. It's different, but kind of the same. So we got the blue, and we got the red, and we got the thing that kind of comes up over the head. So another DC Universe classic, guys. So we're doing 7 on the Gladiator, 6 for the Deathbird, and as a set, we'll just go 6.5. Yeah. Come on, give us those accessories. Like, we just got those X-Men 97 figures, those two packs. And with the exception of Gambit and Rogue, we got crazy accessories. So, like, do every character a little bit of good, you know? Like, we should have gotten something with her, and we got nothing. Like, just throw in a fucking sword or something, right? So that's how I feel. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this little review. I do like Gladiator a lot. I feel like they did him justice. They made an improvement. Not perfect, by all means, not even close to perfect, but decent figure. So we got the whole crowd here. I'm pulling a lot of stuff off of my shelves, and I'm kind of leaving it here, and because I'm trying to wipe stuff down because shit got dirty. And so that's what I'm doing. Moving forward, the next thing I'm working on is my Build-A-Wave thing. So here's my stuff if you want to quick scan it. It's an X-Men wave, so that's what I'm doing. I feel like it's a pretty good wave, but I'm not finished yet. It kind of finishes off some teams, kind of starts some new ones, but you know, we'll see how you guys like it. And so that's gonna be probably tomorrow morning. Maybe I'll get it done tonight, but I have a feeling that watching horror movies and handing out candy might take up a little bit of my time. So, all right, guys, peace out. I appreciate you. Please like, comment, subscribe. Later.
Surrender? No, just perish.
Stand free! This pigeon shall not thwart supreme intelligence. Victory for the Imperial Guard! A Pyrrhic victory! The Kree do not!
Be honored to fall at my feet, Ronan, for you shall be memorialized as the corpse upon which I pose.
A true Kree bows to no one.
Thank you, Gladiator. Ronan, dear, tell me where the Supreme Intelligence has fled, or your forces shall suffer. Save them, Ronan. All you need to do is...
A million pardons, Your Highness.